Okay, welcome. This is James Possible, and uh, today's video, I'm going to talk about a great question that if you've traded for any length of time and you've struggled, you've probably thought it on some level. The question is, should I quit? Should I give up on my trading? I mean, have you ever asked yourself, what am I doing? How much more of this can I take? You know, maybe I should quit. Well, that's what I'm going to talk about over probably the next, it's probably going to be a three-part series. And it was inspired by this man here, Mike, from SMBU. And I will post his link and everything. But in his video, he's talking about, he actually manages a prop firm, a prop trading firm, and so he's going through, he's talking about his experiences with traders over the years, and he really breaks down some of the challenges that he's experienced. And he's also sharing some of the different feedback that came from sharing the question with his community. So I'm going to share what I have learned from that video, and at the end of this series, give you a great list for you to really, I mean, if you're serious about trading, whether it's Forex, stocks, equities, whatever, options, index, whatever the instrument is, commodities, this list will be perfect for you to work your way through and really put together a plan and to create an expectation that is actually based on some form of reality, right? I mean, you're not in la la land making stuff up, because while trading can be easy, getting to that point where it's easy, more often than not, takes a lot of work. So let's move forward here and let's break it down. Again, I'm James Possible. You can find me on Twitter, my Forex Yoda. You can find me on Facebook, James Possible. You can also find me on Twitter, it's James Possible. So at the end, I'm going to share a link, and also in the description, where you can find me and follow me and all those kind of things. And if you find this helpful, like this video. Again, SMBU is the video that inspired this. Mike is I'm not exactly sure of his title, but you can see right down there, there's the link in the bottom right corner. Check them out. Like I said, I'll put the links in the description. He's so much great content comes from him, and so it's definitely a YouTube channel that you would want to subscribe to. So he talks about it. He goes through, this is an email that he received. Should I quit? And when you get to that place where you've just tried and you feel like you've given it everything you have, and the results aren't there. It's just not working. That can be an especially hard thing in trading. Here are some of the clips that he shared from the community, and they do have quite a community. And this is actually on Twitter, so you can find them on Twitter, and I'll share that link also towards the end here. So have you struggled as a trader? And I think even before I go that far, let's pop back to the first. And I want to emphasize this one thing, because if you're not like in a location where you're surrounded by other traders, odds are you're trading alone. And trading alone as a trader can be one of the most challenging, lonely, and experiences that you could ever imagine. And especially when it's not working for you, and you go to different social media sites, and none of the trader, and so few of them share their difficulties. That only adds to that lonely feeling of isolation and desperation. And you need to know that there's resources out there that are available to you. And you don't always have to sign up for something. There are free resources. You just have to be willing to sift through them. And again, you know, at the end, I'm going to share my links. You can find me, follow me. I'm constantly sharing content. If you have questions, welcome to answer them. So, you know, use the comments to your advantage. Okay? So let's get back to this. Do you have a plan? Number one thing, do you have a plan? Or are you just out there trading and thinking it's going to work? Or maybe who knows, maybe your first 2, 3, 4, 5 trades went really, really well, and then suddenly nothing's working. Well, if you don't have a plan, it's going to be really difficult to repeat the process of winning, of being profitable on a consistent basis. So let's talk about what my takeaways are from Mike. And definitely it's a video that you'll want to watch, and hopefully between that video and what I'm sharing, if you put the two together, you can come up with some a really strong direction for yourself as a trader. Because I'm in this for long haul. This is a lifetime thing for me, right? This is 20, 30 years from now. This is what I want to be doing. And that's why I'm here. And so I'm sharing what I'm doing. Hopefully it'll help and support you. And those, you know, I do work with traders also. But, you know, that's a side note. That's not why I'm here right now. Right now, let's break this down and see if we can't help you find some answers to this struggle of, you know, God, is this really worth my time? So here's the list for you. First on the list is strategy, and the list is not in any particular order. Okay, so don't get hung up in it. Every aspect of this list is going to be important, and no matter how you order it, if you take a piece of it out of the puzzle, you're probably going to have some struggle because of it. It's all important. There is no one thing in trading that makes you a consistently profitable trader. And again, consistently profitable trader. That's the goal here. It's not having a crazy win-loss ratio that people are like, wow, how is that even possible? It's nothing like that. It's all about being consistent over time and being consistently profitable over time, which means you have to have a plan. Without a plan, how can you be consistent? So strategy, number one. Do you have a strategy? If you don't, huge red flag. Does your strategy have an edge? A really important topic, and I'll probably go into this in more detail in another video, not as part of this series, but you must, if you're not trading with an edge, then you're basically rolling the dice on every trade. And it's just not worth the stress of trading in such a way. Are you trading your strategy? So you have a strategy, but are you trading it? Or are you taking random trades, discretionary trades? In other words, are you just, watching the chart and saying to yourself, oh, this looks like a good place to get in, so you get in, even though there's nothing matching your strategy or your setup. So if you have a strategy, use the strategy. That's the only way it's going to help you. It's the only way it's going to support you in being a consistently profitable trader. Next, mentor. Okay, this is, if you're doing this alone, can you get there? Yes, you can get there. The question is, how much longer is it going to take you to do it alone versus having a mentor? I can promise you that a mentor can cut your time in half and probably even more. And in the beginning, a mentor may not be an option for you. It just depends. Like, even if you're just following me and we're not actually doing one-on-one stuff, on some level, I could be a mentor for you. So there are many ways to find mentors. And so when you find someone, a trader that makes sense for you, that you click with, follow them. Take notes. Try what they're saying, and ask questions. Not all mentors or people like that out in the social media world are going to be responsive to questions, but you know what? Ask. And if you don't get the responses back that you're wanting, and if you happen to be asking one of those experienced professionals, well, they're not always professionals, but traders, and they just rant at you, then you don't need that. You don't need somebody that's just going to pound on you because you're asking a question. But understand that somebody that's put in it, that has taken the time and put in years of work, thousands of hours of work, is not going to be responsive to you if you're expecting them to give you a shortcut. Look, either you're ready to do the work or you're not. And if you're not, don't expect somebody else to do it for you. Don't expect somebody else to give you time, their valuable time, if you're not going to be committed to yourself and what you're up to as a trader. That's probably one of the most selfish things I could even think about. So if you're not serious, then don't approach somebody. If you're not actually out there learning, studying, trading, and doing the things that it takes to become a consistently profitable trader, then don't waste somebody else's time. So back to the mentor. Is your time with your mentor benefiting you? Look, not all mentors or even coaches or trading partners, they're not created equal. And you don't want to be in a relationship that's antagonistic, a relationship that's one-sided. you have to get some benefit from the relationship. If you don't, then again, we're talking about time, valuable time. Don't waste your time, and don't waste the mentor's time, right? If it's not working, there's no need for you to stay engaged. Next, have you considered the possibility of a different mentor? Right? I mean, if you have a mentor and you've kind of hit the wall, or it's just not clicking, well, then it's time for you to find a different mentor. And there's nothing wrong with that. Doesn't mean the mentor was bad or something like that. It just means, for whatever reason, the two of you didn't work together. You didn't click. Next, community and support. Now, there's a lot of ways to find community and support. There are Facebook groups. Unfortunately, so many of those trading groups in Facebook are so hypey. They're trying to sell you things. I mean, I cringe thinking about it. But there are some groups out there that do provide value. And if you can filter through the noise of the spammy people, the wannabe traders, the professional whiners who never really make the effort but want to tell you how bad their life is. If you can sift through all of that noise and find value in a community, then awesome. Now, I'm on Twitter, and my handle is my4xyoda. So on Twitter, you can find many different kinds of traders, just all kinds of resources, and you can build your list of who you want to follow and mute, unmute, and all those kind of things, to a point where you have a daily flow of content that is meaningful for you, that is supportive in what you're doing. So this is going to require work on your part. And there are paid communities out there too that you can be a part of. So if that's an option, great. There you go. But not all paid communities are going to provide equal value to you. So you got to there's going to be some trial and error in this process, right? So if you're trading alone and you're struggling, find a community. Find some support outside of yourself. I just covered this. Does your community provide value? It must provide value for you to be involved with the community. Otherwise, there's no reason for you to be there. Are you active? That's the other part. You're going to get what you put into it. The more active you are in a community, the odds are the more you're going to get out of that community. So by contributing, you're going to get more back. I don't think there's anything else more to say about that. Next, system, process. Wow. Again, back to the whole idea of being a consistently profitable trader. Right? Let's just cut to the chase, right? You know, no BS. If you don't have a system and a process that you can follow on a regular basis, on a daily basis, it's going to be an uphill climb for you. Even if you have some success, what most likely will happen, it won't be consistent, or it'll be consistently up and down. So the question is, are you willing to put in hundreds and thousands of hours into trading, learning how to trade, only to end up in this vicious cycle of wins and losses, ups and downs? You have money in your account, then your money is almost gone. You have money in your account, it's almost gone. You've got to decide. If that's the future you want in your trading, then by all means, just skip this part and do whatever the hell you want to do. Which I don't even have that on here, but if you're just going to do what you're going to do, then why are you even here? Why are you even looking around, right? The very best of traders are students first. They're students first. They learn, they study every day. Do you have a daily process? Do you track your trades? I mean, seriously, do you track your trades? And if you track your trades, what are you using a journal? You know, are you reviewing your trades? Yeah, I'm sorry. Obviously, in this slide, I've got it a little messed up. I apologize. Somehow I got community in there too, so ignore that part. But are your wins going to be more important than your system or process? Is your profit more important than your system or process? Think about it. Those things cannot be more important than your system or process, not if you're wanting to be a consistently profitable trader. It just won't work. All right. We're going to wrap it up here. This is part one. I'm James Possible, and let's get back to Mike. You can find Mike on Twitter. And there's the link right there for you. I'll provide the link down in the description, the video description. Again, I'm James Possible. And if you want to find me, you know, connect with me, ask questions, share, you know, all those kind of things, you can find me at www.fxtoys.at/myota. It's not, again, there's no .com or .net, it's .at, okay? Don't be confused. So it's www.fxtoys.at//myota. And that'll take you to my primary site for, you know, that'll connect you to all the places that I am. All right, so this is part one. I'm pretty sure there's going to be 2 more parts at a minimum, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Until then, stay the course, pursue your trading dreams. Continue to pursue your trading dreams. Until next time, bye for now.